Assalamu alaikum friends, welcome to my channel MBBS and BDS lectures. Today our topic is related to general surgery treatment of hernia. In last 4 videos we studied the hernia definition, causes, clinical feature, investigation, complications, and today this is the fifth video of hernia series and it is last video of hernia series, which is treatment of hernia. Before going to explanation, if you want to watch the same lecture in Urdu Hindi, I already upload the same lecture in Urdu Hindi on my YouTube channel. Go and watch that video. But if you want to watch in English language, then this video is for you. Now, today's treatment of hernia. Treatment of hernia, first we understand the classification of treatment of hernia with diagram. If we remember this classification by diagram, it will be very easy for us to understand the treatment of hernia. First, we divide the treatment of hernia into two: treatment of inguinal hernia, treatment of femoral hernia, because this is the two main major types of hernia: inguinal hernia and femoral hernia. Now, first we divide the treatment of hernia into treatment of inguinal hernia and treatment of femoral hernia. Now, we divide the treatment of inguinal hernia into two. Number one, open surgery. Number two, laparoscopic surgery. In open surgery, there is a maximum invasion, and in laparoscopic surgery there is a minimum invasion. In open surgery, the organ are more visible, but in laparoscopic surgery the organ are less visible. Open surgery is much easy and laparoscopic surgery is complex. Now, when we divide the treatment of inguinal hernia into open surgery and laparoscopic surgery, then in open surgery there is a further three method. Number one, herniotomy. Number two, herniorrhapy. Number three, hernioplasty. And in laparoscopic there is a two method: TAPP, trans-abdominal preperitoneum, and number two, TEP, total extraperitoneum. Now, this is the treatment of inguinal hernia diagram. Now come to the classification. Now come to the treatment of femoral hernia. In femoral hernia, there are three methods for treatment. Number one, low repair. Number two, high repair. Number three, Lothian repair. Now we studied each method in detail. First, we start from herniotomy, which is open surgery method of inguinal hernia treatment. First, herniotomy, then herniorrhapy, then hernioplasty, then TAPP, then TEP, then femoral hernia, low repair, high repair, Lothian repair. This is the sequence of today's topic. First, herniotomy. What is herniotomy? Herniotomy is a surgical procedure in which there is removal of hernial sac without repair of inguinal canal, and it is done in children. In herniotomy, we remove the hernial sac. This is hernial sac, this is body of hernial sac, this is neck of hernial sac. In herniotomy, we remove the hernial sac, but we do not done the suturing of inguinal canal, and it is done in children. Herniotomy is a surgical procedure in which there is a removal of hernial sac without repair of inguinal canal, and it is done in children. This is herniotomy. Now come to herniorrhapy. What is herniorrhapy? Herniotomy plus posterior wall repair. We remember by its name, herniorrhapy. Rhapy means repair. Herniotomy plus posterior wall repair to prevent recurrence. To prevent recurrence of hernia, inguinal hernia, is called herniorrhapy. In herniorrhapy, we first do We first do herniatomy, mean we remove the hernial sac, then we do posterior wall repair to prevent recurrence. How we do posterior wall repair? With stitches. With stitches we do posterior wall repair. It is done in young adults. The third is hernioplasty. What is hernioplasty? Herniotomy plus herniorrhapy plus Prolene mesh called hernioplasty, and it is done in old age patient. Mean in hernioplasty, first we do herniotomy, mean removal of hernial sac. Then we do herniorrhapy, mean posterior wall repair with stitches. Plus we apply the Prolene mesh called hernioplasty. Why we apply the Prolene mesh? We apply the Prolene mesh for fibrosis to gain the strength. This is the diagram of herniorrhapy. In herniorrhapy, we place the we place the stitches at posterior wall. But here, what is the difference between herniorrhapy and hernioplasty diagram? This diagram and this diagram is same. We apply the black stitches and the green portion is same circle, but here we apply the red plastic material. We apply the red Prolene mesh to gain the fibrosis. Prolene mesh for fibrosis to gain strength. This is the three method: herniotomy, herniorrhapy, hernioplasty. This is the three method of open surgery. Now, if we compare these three methods, what is the difference? There is a two major difference between these three procedures. First difference is age. Herniotomy is done in children, herniorrhapy is done in young adult, and hernioplasty is done in old age patient. The first difference is age difference. Second difference is in herniotomy we remove the hernial sac without repair of posterior wall of inguinal canal. But in herniorrhapy we remove the hernial sac plus we repair the posterior wall to prevent recurrence. But in hernioplasty, first we remove the hernial sac, then we repair the posterior wall plus additional we apply the Prolene mesh called hernioplasty. These are the two differences between herniotomy, herniorrhapy and hernioplasty. First is age difference, the second is posterior wall repair and Prolene mesh difference. Now open surgery is completed. Now come to the laparoscopic surgery. First method in laparoscopic surgery is TAPP, transabdominal preperitoneum. TAPP, transabdominal preperitoneal. In transabdominal preperitoneal laparoscopic procedure, this is O show organ, the blue O show organ and the red line show peritoneum. In TAPP, first we give incision at abdominal wall and we reach to the peritoneum and we cut the peritoneum and open the body organ, and again we close the peritoneum and apply the Prolene mesh which is mentioned in blue between the peritoneum and transversalis fascia. Between transversalis fascia and peritoneum we place the Prolene mesh to gain fibrosis, and after fibrosis we gain the strength. This is TAPP. First we cut the abdominal wall, reach to the peritoneum, then we cut the peritoneum to open the organ and again close the peritoneum and apply the Prolene mesh between transversalis fascia and peritoneum to gain the fibrosis, to gain the strength. This is TAPP. Now come to the TEP. TEP means total extra peritoneum. Total extra peritoneum means outside peritoneum. Here this O show organ, this red show again peritoneum, but here we do not cut the peritoneum, we cut the abdominal wall to reach to the peritoneum, and without cutting the peritoneum we place the Prolene mesh which is shown in blue. We place the Prolene mesh above the peritoneum to gain the fibrosis. This is the total extra peritoneum. What is the difference between TAPP and TEP? In TAPP we cut the peritoneum but then again close the peritoneum, but in TEP we we do not cut the peritoneum, we do not open the body organ. Now, which method is best? TEP is best because in TEP we do not cut the peritoneum and we do not open the body organ. There is no chances of organ damage. But in TAPP we cut the peritoneum to open the organ, body organ. There is a chances of organ damage. Now, laparoscopic surgery is also complete. TAPP and TEP is complete. Now, inguinal hernia treatment is complete. Now come to the treatment of femoral hernia. In femoral hernia, there are three methods: low repair, high repair, and low Thiessen repair. There is low repair, high repair, and low Thiessen repair. First, we start from low repair. Why it is called low repair? Because when we place the suturing, we move from testes of patient toward abdomen. We move from low to high. When we place the suture, we move from low to high. Therefore, it is called low repair, or also called Lockwood repair. Now, in low repair, this red line show iliopectineal line. In third video of hernia series, we already study the surgical anatomy of hernia. There we study iliopectineal line, inguinal ligament, Cooper ligament, conjoint tendon. Now here we simply study the exact procedure. Now in low repair, this red line show iliopectineal line and this blue line show inguinal ligament. What is iliopectineal line? Line posterior to Cooper ligament called iliopectineal line. The line posterior to Cooper ligament is called iliopectineal line. Now in low repair, we place suture between, we do suturing up iliopectineal line and inguinal ligament. This blue is inguinal ligament, this red is iliopectineal line. We place suture between iliopectineal line and inguinal ligament. This is called low repair. This line show iliopectineal line, the red line, and blue show inguinal ligament, and this black is the suture between iliopectineal line and inguinal ligament. This is low repair. Now come to high repair. In high repair, we move from abdomen toward testes. When we place the suture, when we place the suturing material, we move from high to low. We move from abdomen to testes. This red line show again iliopectineal line, and here the blue line is changed, which is conjoint tendon in place of inguinal ligament. In low repair there is inguinal ligament. In high repair there is a conjoint tendon. We place the suture between iliopectineal line and conjoint tendon. Now the third is Thiessen repair. In Thiessen repair the red line is changed. In low and high, the red line is same, iliopectineal line, but blue line is changed. In low repair, inguinal ligament. In high repair, conjoint tendon. But here, in Thiessen repair, the red line is changed. In the red line, in place of red line, there is a black line which show Cooper ligament. And the blue line show inguinal ligament. In Thiessen repair, we place the suturing material, we place the suture between Cooper ligament and inguinal ligament. This red show suture. This is called Thiessen repair. Now today our topic treatment of hernia is complete. We studied the treatment of inguinal hernia, treatment of femoral hernia in detail. Now today our hernia series is complete, which consists of 5 videos. If you like my videos, press the like button and share these videos with your friends. If you're new to my channel, subscribe my channel by pressing the red subscribe button and also press the bell icon to open the all notification for receiving my each new video notification. For watching my videos, I am very thankful to you. Thank you very much.